Alright, what's up, guys? So, Philan and Misto, I think that's how you say their name. I apologize if I mispronounced it. I'm not good with names, alright? But, anyways, they have uploaded a video titled A Brief Introduction to Just a Robot, Communities, and Drama. So, I think this was uploaded around the time when all this stuff was going down. Yeah, I just now seen it. That's messed up, man. So I had seen where they uploaded a more recent video, but I was all like, okay, let me check their channel, see if they got like any, like videos, like if it was like a part one, part two situation. And then I saw this. I was like, all right, let me check this out first, and I'll check out the other video afterwards. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead, check this out, see if there is anything that can be accurate, from at least from my time dealing with Just a Robot. But yeah, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Philan and Misto for more videos like this. And with that being
Hello
said,
guys, nice to be back again. I was thinking about reacting to some of the jar stuff, but I was told that there's way more to come and I kinda
oh
wanted to
yeah, like
wait.
it's like since because when exactly this was, so this was uploaded like when all this stuff was going down. And I like there are so many things that came out of this, from the VidCon stuff, from me hearing about him being racist on Discord, from what else? And yeah, just overall, like, just all the stuff that we already knew about him and things, but it's just now, like, making its way into the spotlight and things. But anyways.
And I already saw a lot of commentators talking about it, so it kind of feels like it's not interesting to react to it if I already heard a bunch of talking points, which I would basically summarize in my reaction. This is boring, I want to kind of give my own input. But what I realized is that a lot of people don't know who Just a Robot is, who all those peoples and dramas are, which he constantly brings up. And I thought, hey, why not talk about this? Why not mention it so some people maybe know what's going on with all this stuff? What all this ACC, SCC, whatever CC are. And so I was at first typing a very long comment under Siley's video, and then I thought, oh, screw it, let's just not react, but explain in a video what it is. I will just talk. This is not really scripted. I have a little list of things I'm gonna cover, but not really much more. So I apologized up front for that, but my work is currently killing me. I don't have really time to do anything. It's 11 p.m. right now, and I'm just not tired. That's why I'm recording this one. And so let's get started. So, before there was Just a Robot, there was another account. I sadly don't remember the name. I remember he made a video about how he was part of the DeviantArt renting community, but do
I heard about
harassment.
that. Yeah, there was like, that was because it was that, and then because I think it was June the King. He talked on that too. How there was like he was a part of that community. I think it was like some other website that he was a part of too. But anyways,
By complete insane people, because the DeviantArt renting community is basically what the art commentary community is today. He was really forced to leave, and Just a Robot account he made and the robot voice filter were his way of hiding from those people. And when he came forward about it, it also immediately had some consequences, which was the art commentary community member named Chaos55T with around 50k subscribers coming forward and accusing Jar, under his old account, being to blame for one of her friends being bullied into taking his own life. They were later
oh, oh wow. So this was, so yeah, because June the King, he did talk on this, and so dang, so I. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I would like more of a story on that, because yeah, if that is the case, Just a Robot should not be on the internet. It's like that, because the thing is this, I'm not gonna say that I think, well, I don't know. I personally believe that, I think that was his intentions with me. I personally think that because it's like the way that these guys was like, I mean, these guys were harassing me for a 4-year period. I mean, anytime I would upload a video, constant hate comments, constant, like, just, like, nonstop harassment, whether it was YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I'm like, I don't think I got any on Facebook, but if I probably look hard enough, I'll probably get some on there too. But yeah, man, it was like, it got to a point where I was like, I'm so thankful. Like, thank God I have thick skin and I let stuff like just roll right off of me and things, because yeah, there's people that it's like out there that can't handle that, and it's like, yeah, bro, it's just the way that these guys was going at it, like, man, if that is the case, I'm like, yeah, that's something that he needs to elaborate on. I'm like, I could care less if it's a difficult thing for you to talk about. My thing is this: it's like the person that had to go through that and they not here with us anymore, and there's friends and family that you wish that they were still here. Yeah, that's one of those things where I'm like, you either need to answer for that stuff or you need to quit content creating altogether, because if that is the case, if there's remotely any truth behind that, you gotta go.
For Senate calls with Chaos55T and her roommate, mostly her roommate, because at some point she just let this poor girl do the talk. And neither of them could back up that this person exists, that the cop who supposedly is working with them at the time is real. Nothing. They had no evidence, and therefore this was quickly resolved and thrown out the window. Chaos55T is gone now because she's it takes a lot of lunacy to just kinda accuse someone of having blood on their fucking hands. So then we get into the Just a Robot account, which what was he doing on this account? He was part of the skeptic community, which you would also call
Yeah,
the
I'm like, I mean, if there ain't no proof behind it, then there's not. But if, like I said, if there's remotely any sort of, and I just think that that's just, just a robot again trying to control the narrative. Oh, show proof, show proof. And my thing is this: it's like you as a grown adult it's just something where it's like you need to own up to your mistakes and your problems and all that. I could care less how you feel about it at the end of the day. If you did something to wrong somebody, or if you did something crazy like that where you caused somebody to off themselves, I'm like, you need to answer for that stuff. I ain't trying to hear the whole show proof and all this other stuff. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you have to talk in a sense to where a person can actually believe you. But when you spend your whole year, all the years that you've been a content creator, lying on people's name, how am I supposed to trust you with that? When you done lied on my name over stuff that was that was small compared to that. So it's like, yeah, bro, it's one of those things where I'm like, I would imagine if he'll lie on something with me, it's like it's a lot less crazier than that. It's something where I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he got some skeletons in his closet that he don't want nobody to know about.
the
So
SJW community. This was in around 2016, 2017, but was in his all-time high. He made typical videos like responding to those 36 questions women have for men, BuzzFeed stuff, Anita Sarkeesian videos. They were easy to debunk because you basically argue with numbers or things that happen. She talks about things in games that didn't happen, you debunk it, so it's not really hard to debunk the stuff. He also was collabing with YouTubers like Omegon and Tree of Logic, for example, like he had collabs. There were also other YouTubers, but I think most of them are gone, if not even really completely cancelled by this point. A lot of the people of the skeptic community just left with the time or switched up gears, like Jar for the most part did,
should
even
have
though
did
there
the
were still
same thing
some
they
hints
did.
that he still has this type of mindset. He didn't never really got into drama due to being in the anti-SJW community in the time he was in the community. Cause those people, these political lunatics, prefer to go against people who they kinda touch a name in the face to, and they don't wanna argue with some random robot dude. Batcha also was involved in general commentary stuff like the war against reaction channels. You probably remember stuff like the Jinx Content Corp, for example. It was kind of type of reaction channels people went up.
Dang, he had a content cop video get done on him. Jinx did. I didn't see that. I'm like, if I did, I just don't remember it. I mean, it has been like what, over 10, or at least almost 10 years. Because yeah, Jinx, he was somebody that he was kind of like the biggest in the reaction. No, I think he was the biggest. He was, because I believe he was the first reaction channel to hit 1 million subscribers. Like, there were a bunch of different people from I'm Dante to Tyrone Magnus, and then it was Sup Though Bros. Who else? There was like some others that were also in the mix too. But Jinx, and Jinx's brother CJ So Cool. But nah, Jinx was like back then in the reaction community, he was like PewDiePie or Mr. Beast, you know. So yeah, Jinx. But dang, I didn't know that he had like a content cop done on him. Huh? Wow, that's crazy.
Against people who were really leading this, there were people like I Hate Everything, Grey Day
Yeah.
Under Ray, and PewDiePie also talked about reaction channels and how much
Yep.
he hates them.
I remember PewDiePie when he, and it was funny because like I remember when reaction videos had started blowing up. I think there were some people that were reacting to PewDiePie's videos, and I think it was like people that were, I mean, there could have been people that was just only doing it for the views, but I was genuinely a fan of PewDiePie back in the day. Like I was always watching his videos and stuff. So, but yeah, it was when it did come down to like reaction videos. I didn't react to any of his videos. And then it was funny because I seen how he felt about reaction videos. And I think it was like, yeah, he just pretty much was just saying like what people were saying, like when they went and did like a full blown video and they were like, oh, they stealing content, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And so after that, I was like, it was him and Dashi. And I was like, those were two YouTubers that I was like, okay, I'm never gonna react to their videos. And that's like it's crazy. You see them doing reaction videos and stuff. And so it's like, dang, it's you know, it's just but it's funny though, like how that works out. Like there's always that line of content that you don't like at first, and then you end up liking it. End up either doing the content yourself or just overall being a fan and watching it. But anyways.
And he got, and this is where Ja actually got really into drama with an individual, which was TMossBoss.
Dang.
A reaction channel with I think 10k or 40k subs, something in that corner. TMossBoss clearly lost because first he was terrible in arguing, was a complete weirdo, and the bad thing when you're this type of reaction channel is your fans don't care for you, they don't come in to defend you, they care for the little
How was I a weirdo? No, hold on for a second. Time out. Where's my thing? I don't even know where my football flag is at. Hold on, but yeah, like flag on the play. How was I a weirdo? Okay, so I think I did elaborate on this not too long ago where I was so when me and Just a Robot when we crossed paths, he just came up out of the woodworks and had started getting on me for defending people that were doing reaction videos. I wasn't seeking no argument. So yeah, I that is one thing that I will agree on, that my arguing skills wasn't all that good. But it's the thing is this. I wasn't going to argue with people about stuff that I had liked. That's like arguing with a car guy because oh he wants to go out and get a Ferrari, or that's like arguing with a cook because they like to cook these dishes. It's my thing is this, when something is going so good for a person, like let's say Gordon Ramsay for an example, do you think he's going to shut down his restaurant because somebody wants to argue with him about how his restaurant is being ran or something? No. Do you think Motor Trends is going to argue with their content and because it's like, oh, we like cars? No. My thing is this, if something is going good for you, just like with Just a Robot and his commentary content, do you think he is going to stop based off of somebody's opinion about that content? So yeah, at the time being, I was like, fam, I'm not going to entertain this. It's like if you got, and so pretty much what I had say, yeah, if you're don't like my content, don't watch it. But I'm not gonna stop doing my content because you guys don't like it. So, but I'm confused. I'm like, how was I? Maybe she been Just a Robot was being a weirdo and I just misinterpret. But yeah, I don't. Anyways, let's continue
for
on.
little content block that's going on in the corner of your stream. So they kinda didn't really care for him, he didn't really have an audience that was defending him. And Just a Robot even was petty enough that despite the stuff died years ago, he 5 months ago chose for some reason to make a video to return to it and check up on TMossBoss now, despite his career already being on a dying end back then. Now it is completely dead, and Ja probably wanted to take some victory laps on his.
How what I my okay, so I feel like this also requires a little bit of explanation. So yes, Just a Robot did say that that was going to be the last video that he was ever going to make on me, the one titled last video on TMossBoss. But in between, he did. I remember seeing a tweet somewhere where he was all like, "Oh, the only way I'll make a video on TMossBoss is if he goes to jail or something like that." And so I was like, okay, well, I know I don't have a reason to go to jail, so I'm like, I'm okay. All right, I'll never have to worry about him making another video on me. So the reason why he did this "Where is TMossBoss Now" video is because so last year, and I think, yeah, if this whoever this individual is, if she would have looked my name up, she would have seen the content that was blowing up on my channel. But anyway, so last year and even still this year too, I started blowing up a lot off of memes and more so voiceover videos, but there were some memes in between that also had got some views. But yeah, I was starting to post voiceover videos like it was like March, April, between them two, or no, I think I had started in the beginning of the year. It started taking off in like March and April and stuff. So and then I think like, yeah, by May, I believe that's when I hit 100,000 subscribers. It was either, I think it was April, but anyways, but yeah, that's why he did that video on me, "Where is TMossBoss Now?" And he didn't do it because my channel, it's just funny how like that's the narrative with my channel. It's like, oh, your channel is dead or it's dying because my full-length videos don't get as many views as my voiceover content. And I'm like, bruh, people, if you do research, I mean, I'm saying there's Social Blade, there's probably other websites you can check. See, but it's like a channel is not, in my personal opinion, I don't know how a channel can be dead or dying if it's growing every single day. So yeah, I guess like if you're comparing me to somebody like Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or some big creator, it's like, yeah, they got their own thing going on. They got a little bit more people in their corner. And yeah, that's another thing too. But I'm not relying on people to be in my corner, because if that's the case, it's going to be stuff like this with just a robot where it's not going to be a fair and evened out friendship, you know? So anyways.
Brave years later for some reason. Don't ask me why. But he also had other interests, like, for example, power scaling, which is when you kind of make a hierarchy or ranking of which character from a specific media, show, genre or something is the strongest one or weakest one, or how they would compare to each other. And he made a video about someone who's part of the SCC. At first, what is the SCC? SCC is slideshow commentary, which is Doodletones community. Most known people know it for as Doodletones community. Doodletones recently left the internet after major drama. Most people know her probably through the medical stuff. She had drama years ago with him. She was involved with the Senate. Left due to her involvement with the AFCK leaks. So this was basically how her stuff went out. And then he made a video against someone who made a ranking of the top 10 strongest Pokemon. He kind of debunked it. Did a good job at it, but it's kind of easy when you argue with numbers. So it was not really hard to debunk him. But then Doodletones made a video in defense of this person, which kind of got the SCC on jaw, yes. He made a video responding to her, and then made a second video responding to some of her fans who also made videos on him. His videos were for a chunk was with worse editing than mine. Most of these people seem to be either children, neurodivergent, or both. So I don't really know why it was really necessary, but sure, it was easy content, and I won't pretend that some of the stuff wasn't fun. But yeah, it was easy drama to win because he was literally punching down. But this drama led to something.
I think that's another thing too that's being left out, is that it wasn't, because if you take away just the robot's fan base and it's just a robot, the one that he's arguing, do you think like he would have had the same attention that he has now? So yeah, that's why it's like I don't know if that would be mentioned in this video or not, but it was something where he did say that with some YouTuber, how it was like, oh yeah, I made this video on them a long time ago and they're still getting drama or hate till this day. And so yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he relies on his fans a lot to like echo out his messages and all that stuff. But you take away his fan base, it's like, what does he overall have? It's a, yeah, he has an argument, but at the same time, it's like, do you think anybody, the same feelings that a person has with his fan base is the same feelings they'll have without his fan base? They don't care for his argument. That's the thing where it's like, you're trying to, and he's trying to do that with me. He tried doing that with other creators where he wants to change the I guess like their mind on whatever it is that he don't like. So reaction videos, for an example, he wanted me to not like reaction videos. He wanted me to stop doing reaction videos. As much as he'll say, oh, it was just a little friendly argument, that's the thing, I wasn't seeking no argument. So what reason did you have on my channel? So that's why I'm like, yeah, he has it made up in his mind. When you, the thing is this, when you're a fan of creators like I Hate Everything, and you're only a fan of like, and that's, maybe he did watch his other videos, but I guaranteed, I promise you that I Hate reaction videos was probably the main video that he was always watching. Then grade A under A, you have this pattern where it's like, it's trickling down to where, okay, people are going to come up with that assumption where you're following two YouTubers that also, well, I Hate Everything's, his was like, I think he was just doing that for content, but I genuinely do believe that grade A under A, he did hate reaction videos, especially with his drama with Tyrone Magnus. But overall, though, it's like, yeah, there's these YouTubers that you're a fan of, and then there's these YouTubers that they're beefing with. I do this video where I'm defending these guys, that these YouTubers that you're a fan of, that they're beefing with and stuff. How are you going to overall react to that? My thing is this. Any fan, when they see their like favorite YouTuber getting into it with somebody or mutuals, whatever, they're gonna act out. They're gonna try to get revenge or whatever. That's what Just a Robot was doing. So, but at the same time, it's like he did want to change your perspective on how did you view reaction videos. And it's like, okay, you have your mind made up on why you don't like this person's content, but you can't change what a person feels or what they like. It's like, that's like going up to an individual that's like happily married and talking about, oh, you shouldn't be married to them. They're not good for you. And it's like, how do you know that? Based off of what information, what you just seen us getting into an argument, and then therefore, oh, now you know everything you need to know about us and stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's like my argument skills done got a lot better over the years. But no, it's like, that's the thing though. It's just, even back then, it was like, with me, it's like I didn't really elaborate when it like just I'm still like kind of I'm trying to figure out like how was I weird. But getting back to what I was saying though, it's like, back then when it came down to like, I guess me being bad at arguments, is that I was just cutting straight to it, like saying that like hard-hitting statements and questions. But now I have to say I do elaborate a little bit more, but still it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's still a pointless argument, you know. It's like it's one of those, yeah, you, like I said, you have your mind made up on something, so it's like, okay, that's okay. If you don't like, my thing is this, you don't like that form of content, then it's like, you don't have to watch it, you don't have to support it, you don't have to like have it search it content creators names up that's involved in that content. Move on, bruh. So, but anyways,
else, which he and some other people who I don't know who were. I know that he was part of the people who founded this community. But the Zoodletown's drama went for some reason so offensive to him, or I don't know why, but he and some others came together and founded something they called the Alt CC.
because that's what
Which
he's
was
good
something
for.
for the people who are tired of Doodletones and her community and how things are run or some crap. Sorry. The Alt CC, I don't really know what was different there, what was so special about it. It quickly died out from neglect because nobody really cared for it, I think, after some time, and people started doing their own shit outside of some weird CC community stuff. All CC, new CC, who cares? It's just CC. So this was also like some short-lived, I don't know what called, project maybe. It
Yeah, I
didn't
think
really.
like the commentary community, there was like different variants of it, you know, like, yeah, there was the art commentary community, then there was maybe some other commentary communities, but yeah, it was like but yeah, I think like just going back to the beginning where it's like that deviant art, because I even there's been times where I didn't search my name up and then seen where it'd be like some Just a Robot fanboy creating art of me, or like he wasn't even creating, there was like times I was checking, it was just like thumbnails and stuff of my videos, and I'm like, bro, yeah, that was that racist Twitter stalker that I was telling you guys about. I don't know if that account is still up, but yeah, I was like, it was I'm telling, there were some weird fans from Just the Robots fan base and stuff. I'm like, man, you guys, like dealing with stalkers, the racism. I'm like, man, I'm like, you guys, y'all need a hobby. I'm like, you guys need to find something to do that's like more productive with your
To go
lives.
anywhere. But then Ja again started a bit getting more involved with the art commentary community, drama and art commentary community, which started with a video which ended up tipping off the Spoctor drama. A deviant art renter named Stories made a video talking about how she's supposedly 8 years old, and the other renter named Pentagrin kind of supported her on that, fully believed her, and Ja made a video calling both of them stupid and why it's wrong and everything, and Spoctor made a grave mistake of typing one word in the comment section. Thanks. This single word under a video calling Pentagrin Story stupid pissed him off so much that they choose to smear Spoctor. And this drama, it was years before the whole CP hard drive thing where he had nudes of his ex-girlfriend, who
Oh,
was a
that
minor at the
guy.
time.
Okay.
It was something entirely different. He was himself a minor at the time. He
Yeah, I
just
was like, I hear these names, and usually where it's like I'm not good with names, but when I hear like the main thing that they were being called out for, I'm like, oh, that person, okay, I like, yeah, that's because there's like so many different names that came from like this just a robot lifetime story and stuff. And so yeah, it's like I hear some names, I'm like, if I see my name or some names that look familiar, then I'm like, oh, okay, but yeah, if I hear some names, I'm like, wait, what did they do again? And so yeah, I'm like, that's crazy though. I'm like, that's one of those things where it's like, just even elaborate on that. When your significant other is now classified as an X, it's like, fam, if you'll go as far as to delete their like socials from your social media, like, yeah, so their name is no longer in your bio, or you don't have no pictures of them and stuff, you got to do the same thing for any explicit stuff that they done sent you. You can't just be like, oh, I'll get rid of the stuff on social media. Yeah, maybe if it's like a picture of you guys where it's like y'all is fully clothed or something, and it's like, it's a picture that you can look at out in public and things. But yeah, if it's stuff like that where it's like, you're remembering the good times, not those form of good times, then yeah, it's like, yeah, you guys is just kind of like side by side and things. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, cool. Side by side at dinner, and you're all like, man, those are the good old days and stuff. But yeah, if it's something where it's like she sent that to you because you was feeling a little lonely and stuff, yeah, I'm like, delete that. Because that's one of those things where I'm like, nah, bruh, that's just, to me, that's weird. Nah, that's some weird stuff, but.
turned 17 when this drama started. Altari was a YouTuber who also joined in. Spoctor's ex was someone who joined in. A lot of people in the art commentary community or DeviantArt renting community joined in and made videos on it. Sprocket debunked the stuff very well. Another YouTuber, God, I forgot his name. Sorry, I completely forgot how his name is.
No, that's
PK
cool.
Russell.
I be forgetting names too, so that's why you won't see me doing no video like this, because I'm trying to remember each and every person's name, because I'm pretty sure there's so many different names that's involved with like just a robots crap. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you just see me doing a reaction, and I'm like, I'll just show support to the creator. But as far as me doing a video like this, yeah, if I did a video like this, I think we all know how that video is gonna turn out.
PK
So.
Russell. He also made a video showing some logs from the chat, which was basically planning the downfall of Spoctor and how they initially wanted to cancel a completely different YouTuber, but the dude was kind of an asshole owning up to it. This was his persona, so you don't really can make him bleed much. Well, and Ja also got his hands dirty in the Spoctor drama by making a video against Spoctor initially with manga Carmen. He then, after some time, took the video down, changed his tune, and was defending Spoctor. Issue is, he at first looked into this drama apparently enough to shit out a video, saw no issues with the stuff said, and later on then, kinda when already Ponder Sprocket was working against, he really quickly made this response, so, and then he changed tunes and chose to, okay, I'm gonna defend him. He was on the front lines defending him. I won't take it away from him that he was supportive, but it's still not like he was this trailblazer or something, like he tries to pretend nowadays, like he won it, or like, yeah, he happened to be on the right side, but at first he was on the wrong side, apparently looked into it enough to make a video on it, keep this video up for some time, and then take it down after the tunes changed. Well, this was the Spectre drama for you. Jar also liked to talk about how it's this funny coincidence, how this one video was what the story is stupid video kind of was what kicked all this thing off, how this was the little domino that started a complete chain reaction. And despite him also saying like, yeah, if he knew what this video would cause, he probably wouldn't have made it, that he isn't proud of it, he for some reason like to talk about it happening. So this was also something interesting. Ja kinda liked to talk big about him. Sorry if that was a little noise. I was kind of playing with my fidget toy. Sorry. What came next was the Toby drama. Was the next art commentary big topic? Who is Toby? Toby is an art commentary
I heard that name.
community member, mostly known for her video against creepshow art, which at the time was something many people were hoping for, but really were afraid to go up against Shannon. So what was Toby accused of? Calling someone out
It's like
for...
that's one thing that I'm noticing. That's why it's like if he's wondering why he's in the stuff that he's in today, like that's ever crossed his mind, he's like, dang, how did like everything go so bad? Just even watching this video, I mean, a lot of this stuff that I had kind of already knew about, but at the same time, it's like, fam, you've done wrong to so many people. Like it's one of those things where it's like you shouldn't be surprised, I guess, by the amount of like I guess like drama that just pretty much like it just wiped away anything that you had going. It's like, yeah, I feel like that it's like those movies where it's like the person is hanging on and you can see that their fingers are slipping and stuff. I think Just a Robot, it's like he knew that and he's all like, oh, maybe if I call after people they might help and stuff. And yeah, it's like he called after the weakest people, and it's like they didn't do anything. Like no, it was Cinnabear that he called after pretty much, like with his video and stuff. She pretty much grabbed him by his arm and just jumped off the cliff with him. It's like she's all like, well, I already knew I was going down. I might as well take you down with me and stuff. So yeah, but it's like it's things like that where it's just, you sit down, you think about it. Why am I in the stuff that I'm in today? And when you look at like your career, like literally the first thing that you was like I guess that you was known for when it came to the internet was that you was being accused of causing somebody to off themselves. So that's it's like my thing is this right then and there, that should have been like, okay, I gotta change up who I am as a content creator. I can't have it because I feel like people get accused of some stuff like that, even if it is fake. You get accused of some stuff like that, you're trying your hardest not to do nothing to get yourself canceled. So you ain't gonna do that type of content no more, whether it's talking about people or whatever and things, just getting into some form of arguments and dramas. Like you're gonna be like, doing gaming videos, you're gonna do comedy skits, you're gonna do videos like, well, yeah, if you want to sit down and talk about stuff, it's like do the content that I guess he's trying to do now, where it's like this movie and TV show reviews and all that crap. Yeah, do stuff like that. But it's like you're doing things that's purposely put yourself like further and further in this hole of just drama and all that beefing and thing. Yeah, it's like don't be surprised if when that day finally comes where you get yourself involved in some drama that you can't turn back. Don't be surprised if nobody ain't coming to your rescue. Don't be surprised if nobody like you're pretty much stuck in a situation where it's like, dang, how am I gonna get out of this and stuff? So yeah, it's like that's why I'm like, he definitely should have thought his career choices through, but it's that's the thing with him is that he refuses to understand you, and then he likes to twist it to where we don't understand him. And it's like, yeah, I don't understand how it's like you get caught up in so much drama and you still want to keep putting yourself more and more in drama. Like, please explain that.
For drawing kinda suggestive art. I think it was suggestive. Maybe I don't know exactly what art it was. I mean, it was definitely no art of an underage character, and then turned out Toby is doing the same. So by her own logic, she's also a pedo. As was really something that was often said by her own logic. What did she draw? Uzaki from Sailor Moon NSFW, and BDSM art of a 16-year-old My Hero Academia character with the caption, "Hit him harder." which was completely weird.
Yeah, I don't understand like why art like that would even get thought of. Like when I think of like art, I think of like when I was a kid and you really got to see like how creative like you were and then like how some of your friends were because yeah it's like that stuff that you would do as a kid, you just draw and just be doing whatever and things. And I'm like fam, like I remember it was a teacher, he was really good at drawing and he would do it like he'd do like superhero characters and stuff. I'm like dang, he should have wrote a comic book or something. But yeah, it's like it trips me out how there's people like that where it's like you draw art that's like it's cool, it's good, and then you go deeper into the internet and it's like yeah, there's people out there drawing inappropriate art of whether it's a comic book character or whether it's a YouTuber or whoever, and it's like why is this being thought of? Like I even with that Jade Animations crap, I'm like, how is that something that you think about? Like I just don't understand like how did autism cause you to think about oh I want to see Jade Animations character in an inappropriate way? No, it's one of those things where it's like I guess like if he's not fully understanding that. So how would that make you feel if I had asked for inappropriate art of your girlfriend talking to just a robot? He would be flipping out over something like that. So that's why I'm like, okay, that's how you have to look at Jade Animation. It don't matter whether she's a big character or a figure or whatever. It's like it's one of those things where it says you need to have respect for people. So art like this, that shouldn't even be getting thought of. That's stuff that like it shouldn't get talked about, thought of, whether it's with a person that is a minor or not, or that's an adult. Art like that should not get created. That's just my personal opinion on it. But yeah, you got some weirdos out there where it's like and that's my thing. It's like imagine the amount of people that exist where they're not getting this big giant platform like just a robot, like they're not being talked about. Like there's probably others that's doing this crap. So
And what was else there? She also made these accusations in the middle of a video mourning her dog. It was supposed to be a tribute to her dog, and suddenly, well, yes, this dude is a pedophile. Like, completely out of nowhere. She also was then accused of blackmailing someone, being a performative activist because she had BLM in her bio, despite heavily defending Shane Dawson. She was also accused for transphobia for calling a trans man's chest milkies and dismissing a trans man in her comment section who said, hey, this is considered transphobic, please don't do it. So yeah, this was what Toby was called out for, so stuff many people expect to be called out for in the art commentary community. Toby made a response video, it was received badly. She left the internet, only made a brief return when Peaches made her defense in her own drama, where Toby debunked the claim that Peaches was the reason or the main voice behind the Creepshow art video Toby made. Peaches was just one of the people who was asked, around 10 other YouTubers. So, then Toby left. Toby announced that two of her friends are gonna make a video, neither of them ended up making one. One person defending her was mistaken for a friend of hers and completely destroyed. So, and then Thuman made a video against this YouTuber and defending Kai and Omnia, where she also mentioned Hopeless Peach's involvement, which was kinda arguing with Omnia at the time about because she said, I know everyone personally and everyone is dishonest, despite her at the time not really knowing Omnia so well. Which
hey, that's like I should have like I should rewatch this video and just count up like how many names are like linked to because I feel like this is like one of those whatchamacallit like when they're like detectives, they're like the evidence, not evidence, but what's those like them boards where they be having like pictures and then lines like linking it, there's always that middle like picture that's a question mark and they but no, that middle picture would be just a robot and it just be all these people like linked to him and stuff, and I'm like man, it's one of those things. It's like yeah, then you like look at the bottom of the list, you see me, cops come up to me, they ask me about just a robot. I'm like, I'm snitching. It's one of those things. I'm like, yeah, he done did this, this, and this. Then be accused of that, that, and that. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, y'all want any info from me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let put me up in the stand in that courtroom. And I'm like, see why I be in there singing.
give points, it's true. They barely spoken. And then Judge chose to make his video defending the more unpopular side of the drama, which was clearly Toby. And his video was very flawed. First, He kind of acted like it's unbiased and everything, but his collab partner, Fuchsia Butters, introduced herself literally with "I'm Toby's friend" was literally the first thing she said, and she had an overly aggressive tone during the video. Then Ja had some points which made people call him out for being racist, like when he talked about Kai. For some reason, a black SpongeBob was sliding across the screen, and with black SpongeBob, I mean literally someone took the bucket tool, pitch black, and then made the mouth of this brighter red, which people then linked to minstrelsy caricatures. He then, for some reason, kinda dropped in or calling Omnia a racist black woman. Remember all the stuff that came later out about them both? Was way later. At that time, they were pretty innocent to what people saw. There were barely anything you can make stick on them. Only Toby wrongly accusing someone of getting a friend of Toby's to defend her just because she didn't check the dates or something was there, like this minor shit, which wasn't much. And for some reason, Jar and Fuchsia Butters came in kinda harsh. Manga Kamen was also in the video, but he was kinda, for the most part, tired of everything. He seemed pretty done. I don't know. I think he wasn't doing so well. Well, and then we come to the most egregious defense Jar made. The defense of the 16-year-old My Hero Academia character, BDSM. So I don't know how this character is called. So what was just the defense of this?
Hold on for 1 second. I gotta do something real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Just had to tend to some things real quick, but anyways, yeah, let's go ahead get back into this video.
It would sound familiar to something that you heard during the Cinebear drama now. He defended it because it's not hardcore porn. It doesn't have nudity. It's suggestive, but it doesn't have nudity. BDSM is something sexual, sorry, but it is this way. And then the second defense was, well, this character is 16, old enough to drive. Literally his wording, not mine. Like, he came off like a complete weirdo with weird priorities in this drama. And what came next was also that this drama caused something else that Ja to this day can't let go of, which was the claim of him reviving a drama. His defense was he wasn't reviving the Toby drama because Spoctor was working on a video as well. But Spoctor's video was more of an innocent retrospective, a summary, without really any hard claims or points. It was a very PR-friendly video. And the drama itself, it was like a dumpster fire, which was dying out. And Ja came in and put fresh gasoline over it, so he breathed new life into it. He maybe didn't fully revive it, but he definitely breathed new life into this drama. Also, sorry if you can see jump cuts or
Like
something.
kind of like what he did with this Cinebear stuff, going to re-upload a response video, and it's like, yeah, you pretty much just added more fuel. Like the fire was like it was that close to being out. Just a robot. He just said, you like, nah, let me just go ahead and dump this fuel on this fire real quick. He's like, nah, this ain't. The thing is this, just even sit down thinking about it now, it's like, why would he take down his response video, re-upload another response video where it pretty much didn't add anything or do anything? Like, the only thing that he made it seem like was that, oh, here's these old videos of me and my friends talking about the Cinebear stuff, where it's like, I guess it's supposed to be a defense for me and things, and it's like, bro, don't nobody care about that. Still, at the end of the day, you messed up by doing a defense video defending Cinebear, and then it's like, you could have just let this stuff just die off. But I think what just a robot, what he wants is, he wants to be right on this topic so badly that he's willing, it's like something maybe not die for, but he's willing to risk his whole career on it and stuff. And yeah, that's why he went and did that second response video, because it's like there wasn't even no reason to do that response video. It's like, you said what you need to say. What difference is between the first response video and the second response video? Because as far as I see, you did that second response video for no reason. So, but anyway,
Something I am coughing like crazy sometimes, and I'm gonna cut it out to not torture you people. You already tortured enough with learning about Jar. And
So I wonder, like, if the person the hold on first. I'm not good with names, people. Y'all there. Phil and Misto. Yeah, I wonder if they used to be like a former fan of Just a Robot. You know, it's like, cause I have been seeing that where it's like people that used to be cool with them or people that used to be fans of him, where they're coming up out the woodworks making videos about him and stuff. So yeah, it'd be one of those things. I'm all like, dang, you know, it's a question, just a question. But anyways.
well, prison mate Luke was working with Kainomi, a creep shot, everyone in this anti-Toby thing, and just a robot got his fair share of criticism for him. Fair share of criticism is kind of weird to say because it was an entire video dedicated to how Zhao's a racist. I don't remember the points made. I know it was heavily argued and that the people ended up kind of dismissing the video.
Yep.
I personally
That's
don't
the
know.
thing that trips me out is that it's like you just see where I'm not saying that those that dismiss the video like they are racist themselves, but I just feel like that racism isn't really taken seriously on the internet. Like, you know, like I don't know how many times I open up Twitter, open up like it'll be a video of like I don't know, like just like, it'd be like black people playing basketball or something, or it just be like just not even that, just black people just be standing there just looking at the camera, they ain't even doing nothing. But then you'll open up the replies and stuff, and people are like, oh, they're just black people, they're doing what they do best, nothing, and it's like, fam, it's them just standing. How did you? What do you know about them that I don't know? I'm like, I don't know them, so I can't make an assumption or whatever. But yeah, it's like from that to even just the times I've dealt with, fam. I did a whole series on Just a Robot and his fans being racist, and people was like, not true, false news, and it's like, how's it false? Like, I'm literally showing you guys evidence of fans throughout the years leaving racist comments underneath my videos. What are you not getting from? So I think that Prison Mate Luke, he definitely should have got some people involved in that video. And if he would have contacted me, I definitely would have been like, yeah, front and center. I'm like, what do you need questions like, or what questions do you need for me to be answered? Because yeah, it's like the times where people have interviewed me about Just a Robot, because there's one content creator that they haven't posted their video yet that they're working on about them. But K-Huck, when she was interviewing me, it's like, yeah, that's stuff that needs to be discussed. That's stuff that needs to be talked about. Because yeah, it's like that. The thing is this. It's like when you just see so many different patterns with Just a Robot, with racism and stuff, it's like you can't just ignore that, you know. And then it's like, yeah, me being a content creator of color and stuff, it's like, yeah, I feel like that somebody that is not on, I guess, like my, you know, yeah, they're not of the African American persuasion and stuff. But overall, jokes aside, yeah, I feel like that if you're not getting any racist comments from Just a Robot, then you probably ain't gonna look too deep into it. But it's like you guys sit down and think of it. It's like, okay, what would I do if I was in his shoes? Yeah, I'll be talking about this stuff too. So yeah, I'm like, Just a Robot. It's like he picked and choose who he was gonna be racist to, and it was mainly black people. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, if anybody's gonna try to like, oh well, I had this conversation with Just a Robot. He said he wasn't racist, so I'm supposed to take you and Just a Robot's word on him not being racist versus the numerous encounters that I've dealt with from him and his fans where, yeah, there's definitely been some racism motivation behind this attacking and stuff. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you might be able to convince somebody else. You ain't got me convinced.
If Ja is racist or not. I saw people of
He
color
is.
saying he is, people of color saying he's not, and I don't wanna dismiss either of them because it's not my position. I'm pale as toast. Well, and then came the Hopeless Peaches drama. The Hopeless Peaches drama came from. God. People still kind of were bloodthirsty from the Toby drama, but Toby left. Her friends didn't make the response videos which were supposedly about to come. Nothing was there, and well, there was still Peaches who made a positive comment under Jar's video, had a back and forth with Omnia, and people chose to switch over to Hopeless Peaches, which started with prison mate Luke making a video where he also featured Creepshow art. Then Camila Cuevas in his comment section came forward accusing Peaches of a bunch of stuff which got completely debunked, except the fact that Peaches lied and actually got credited despite claiming she wasn't. And Luke then also made a second video where was involved. And Luke's videos, the issue with them was, which kind of went under people's radar because most people use commentary as background noise. he said thing A, while the screenshots on screen completely debunked everything. Like, he said A while the screenshot showed B, which was kinda completely weird. Later on, Melly Malware was really the best video in the situation. She went over all the major accusers and how their videos are invalid or valid. Just a Robot also initially made a video called Hopeless Peaches Isn't a Peach and called her out. But he then, again, like in a Spoctor drama, took it
It's like
down.
he just got himself way too involved in crap. That's why I'm like, and it's funny because you look at any and everybody that then fallen victim to just the robots, antics and all that stuff. Like there's just you, like there's yeah anybody. It's like it could be anybody that he ain't got into it with. But it's like you look at how they're not heavily involved in drama, and then look at how he's heavily involved in drama. And it's like, fam, nobody wants to have a career like just a robot. Nobody wants to have it where, yeah, you built yourself up off of, other, like, yeah, just drama and all that stuff. And then, yeah, they just turned around and had it where it's like, it pretty much blew up in your face. Like, it's just, he pretty much just like, yeah, he's the one that lit the fuse to the bomb. And then he just hurry up, ran to the other side. He's like, yep, let me just hold this bomb. It's gone. It looks cool. Like, all this stuff that's happening, yeah, this fuse is just leading back. Bomb blew up in his face. And he's like, okay, I didn't realize it was going to cause this much damage. Like, dang, he's like, I should have thought this one through.
Switched up sides and was defending Peaches. From what I know, there weren't really, not like with Ponder Sprocket, there weren't really voices already working on debunking the allegations and everything. He was kind of someone who switched up early on. And he then made a video defending her, even multiple videos, like a short series. Peaches then came back, also made her own defense video, which kinda killed the drama for good. Kai and Omnia tried to make responses, but Kai's 2-hour response was taken down and poorly received. The drama between Peaches, Kai, and Omnia never really died. It kinda, when the domestic dispute happened, it kinda seemed to have died down for a moment, but it then came right back up, and both parties kinda hated each other like the devil hates holy water. And so here I can at least say to Jar did the right thing. But again, he looked enough into a drama to make a video on it, to go through with this video, keep it up for a while, and only then, for some reason, he probably got an update or something in his head and thought, oh wait, maybe it's not a good idea, and then only acted on it. And it's weird how today he's claiming like he's this fortune teller who can tell when a drama is, like, he's his gut feeling that the drama is wrong and he has to defend the opposition. And it was never really the case. His gut feeling usually came in way too late. So then, again, there was also another instance I remember, which was Jar's weird humor. It was a Senate stream on the YouTuber Rabbit. I think at this point the stream is down. I think maybe Lio or someone can back me up on it. It was that Jar was about to leave the call and for some reason chose to leave it with a joke. He was kinda like, yeah, if you excuse me, I have to call the cops. I saw a black person in my neighborhood. And people were kinda all... There was this awkward silence. Nobody really knew what to
Wow.
say. He then was like, yeah, it was a joke. This is a mostly black neighborhood where I'm living. People still kind of awkwardly silent because...
And the thing is this, his room, I know people are going to probably be like, oh, well, his roommate was probably there. I'm not hearing nothing about his roommate. So my thing is this, his roommate, I feel like that he's, whoever, Professor Dreadlock, he's terrified of Just a Robot. Because, yeah, Just a Robot, he don't look no different than that guy that shot Drake in that, what was that, Degrassi Next Generation stuff. So, yeah, he's all like, I'm not trying to have it where it's like I'm wheelchair bound, fooling around with Just a Robot. But my question is, like hardcore, like I'm trying to think like the cast members of Menace to Society and their characters, do you think Just a Robot still would have cracked that same joke? So that's why I'm like, yeah, he'll say these types of things behind closed doors. He would never say that to a black person in front, like in their face and things. So yeah, that's why I'm like in that awkward silence. He had to be like, oh, it was a joke, guys. Come on, man. They're black people, right? And it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, I guarantee, and I promise you, yeah, that conversation, like not one black person was being mentioned, So yeah, it's things like that where it's like if you still want to believe it in your heart that just a robot is not racist, why even crack a joke like that? I'm saying, like, there's so many different jokes that you can crack, and it's like, I know people will probably ask me, have I ever cracked any racist jokes about my own race? I'm like, yeah, it's things like that where it's like, that's more welcome than cracking jokes. But yeah, it's like, but the thing is this, if I do say anything about other races, it's always going to be putting like other races like up, you know, where it's like I'm not gonna be saying, it's things that I know I will say in front of that race. So like Hispanic people or like Mexican people or something. Like Mexican people are hard workers. I'm like, that's something that I would say to a Mexican person in front of their face. I'm like, yeah, it's like you guys, it's like literally the game Fortnite was built around you guys. It's like, nah, it's like you guys, it's like half this country was built off of you guys. So it's like, yeah, it's things like that I know I would say in front of a Mexican person's face. But it's like, I guess like people probably ask like, what black jokes would I crack in? I don't know. It depends. It depends on the situation, the scenery, and all that stuff. But it's stuff that I know I will feel comfortable saying. But I guarantee and I promise you, the things that he be saying behind closed doors, he would never say that in front of another race. Or like, yeah, if it's a racist joke, he ain't gonna say it in front of that race. So
Still didn't really think it was a joke or something, and Ja then proceeded to leave. He kinda made, it's some other calls, he made those jokes which really made nobody laugh, so I question why he thought he could really debate, how is he called, Chart Logic. If he can't even make his own buddies laugh, how is he gonna debate someone who debates YouTubers, way larger YouTubers than Ja, on a weekly basis at this point? So then came the Sunny Bear drama. For this drama, I'm still waiting for more things to come, to be have it a bit more cohesive,
and
to
just to even add on that, it's like, even if he is joking, it's like, fam, there's people that done lost their lives due to crap like that, where it's like, oh, it's that racist neighbor, and then they call the cops. Well, he wasn't a cop, but still, just even thinking of that situation, Trayvon Martin. It's like, yeah, this just, you know, you see where people, they'll crack jokes about that. They'll crack jokes about George Floyd. I'm trying to think of what other. It's like, it's stuff like that where it's like, fam, that ain't funny. You know, it's like there's people that genuinely lost their life behind that. It's like, how'd that make you feel? Somebody was cracking jokes about, not even about people, because yeah, I feel like he'll say some stuff like, oh, I wouldn't care if you crack jokes about white people and stuff. But it's like, okay, bump all that. Let's say there was a family member of yours that got killed and people were cracking jokes about it. You would feel a certain way about that. So it's like, it's things like that where I'm like, people, there's just certain jokes that you just don't crack. You know, it's like I was trying to like think of ways of like, nah, there's just stuff like that. You just don't joke around with it. You know, so people can look at it and be trying to come up with arguments. There's no argument for that. You do not crack jokes on races where it's like stuff like that, where it's like, oh, I'd be right back, gotta call the cops. There, a black guy just walked past my house. Why even say, how? My thing is this: do you think stuff like that would sell in a comedy show? Do you think things like that? It's like, well, if it's sell with your friends and stuff, people that it's like they are supposed to laugh at your jokes. But it's like, yeah, it's like you saying things like that. It's just, yeah, the racism allegations, nah, he ain't beating those. And it's funny, I'm like, man, I wish I would have seen this. So I'm like, it could have. There's videos where I have talked on just a robot being racist, where I'm like, yeah, this definitely would have been good to include and stuff. So
because I heard from so many other sites that there's some stuff to come, and I wanna wait out on what all the stuff is. This is just a small introduction to Just a Robot, the weird dramas he kinda was involved in, and why he, either like with the BDSM art, hasn't learned shit from it, and why he's so obsessed with some stuff. I wish I could explain why he's so obsessed with the pyro drama, but I have zero clue why he's constantly bringing it up.
it's like,
For
cause he
some
can't
reason,
let
it's
stuff
like the
go.
only thing that comes to his mind when it comes to inappropriate DMs with a minor. The Sunny Bear drama makes me wonder if he also thinks Dr. Disrespect is innocent or not, because he also made a confession and went back on it. Okay, the difference is with Sunny Bear, we even have evidence on it that she had those conversations, so if he thinks she's innocent, then my god, technically he must be on a quartering side on the Dr. Disrespect shit. Well, anyways, I hope this video helped you a bit. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell next to the subscribe button if you seriously wanna stick around for more of my terrible coverages. Thanks and have a hell of a day.
Yeah, just a robot. He's definitely one of those individuals where it's like there's a lot of stuff that he needs to answer for. But that's the thing, it's like we're not going to get a answer, like a genuine answer, where we're not going to get like the, not so much as the answer that we're looking for, but the truth, and that's the thing where it's like just a robot. He's going to try to stretch out the truth. He's going to try to like downplay the truth. He's going to try to do idiot everything to make us understand his perspective on whatever and stuff. And it's like, fam, what you need to understand is that you can't stretch out the truth. You can't make people look at the truth in your own eyes. Tell the truth. However people respond to it, that's how they're gonna respond to it. If they support you, they support you. If they don't, they don't. It's one of those things where though I guess like the answers that you were seeking from other people, it's like that's how you gotta look at your situation where you need to provide like the answers that the people want and stuff. But if not, then yeah, you're gonna find yourself in pretty much just constant just turmoil and stuff, and just having it where it's like, yeah, don't it, you can that's the thing, he could come out with more response videos. People ain't gonna take that stuff seriously. So it's like, yeah, they just gonna, every time he does come out with a response or an explanation or whatever, it's like, yeah, bro, we ain't hearing that. So, but anyways, that was a good video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Philan and Misto for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.